Thank you for watching Making the Mosaic. My name is Emma Jenkins, and today I want to talk about the alternatives to the dismissal process, because that's often what comes up when I talk to people about mediation and how it can help. Often they'll say, well, surely it is easier to just get rid of the person causing all the issues in that situation. And yes, sometimes the best solution for both the organisation and for the individual is for one person to move on. But the dismissal process is not a one-size-fits-all process, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you get rid of what caused or contributed to the conflict in the first place, because I would say that it is very rare for the cause of conflict to lie solely at the feet of one individual. So often there are many factors at play. There could be organisational factors which contributed or helped the situation escalate to the point that it did, such as the workplace culture, the way that a team is structured, the managerial style of a manager, the way that relationships are dealt with, the way that different people interact with others who have a different communication style or personality traits to them. There may be so many elements at play in a situation of conflict that it is rare for a situation to be resolved completely by just removing one person from a difficult situation. Also, just by ending someone's employment doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to end all your interactions with them. Just from the month of April 2017 to March 2018, there were over 100,000 applications made to the Employment Tribunal. So you may see that person again. And having worked at the Employment Tribunal, I've seen the amount of stress and time and money that goes into those processes. And also, that once that person has left, you now have a gap in your organisation. So you will have the time and cost, potentially, of having to recruit and train a new person to fill their shoes. Also, having worked at the tribunal and knowing people who've gone through the disciplinary process, the dismissal process, and the employment tribunal processes, having known people go through all of those processes, there is a common theme that still at the end of it, regardless of what the outcome was often, is that feeling that there were things left unsaid or questions that they didn't get a chance to hear the answers to. Because in all of those processes, as good as they can be, there is a limited opportunity to get that time to feel heard, to get that time to get the answers that would really help you to move on from a situation. Whereas in the mediation process, it's a safe place, it's a confidential place, and there is an opportunity to say what you need to say to feel heard, and to also ask questions and be able to understand the other person's perspective a little bit more. And that can really help, because otherwise, without having talked through those issues, a lot of those issues may remain. And for the person who leaves the organisation and for those who remain, it may be difficult to move on in a positive way if there has been a particularly difficult situation going on. But mediation is able to enable people to have those conversations. And it may be during the mediation session that there is a realisation that actually maybe this person or people are able to work together productively, having aired different feelings and emotions or thoughts that they'd had, maybe addressing assumptions which were incorrect. Having had that time, they may be able to then work together. Alternatively, they may both come to a mutual understanding that it is best for one person to move on, but at least then they have been better equipped to do so by drawing a line in the sand and moving on in a positive way. The dismissal process is not a one-size-fits-all, and I hope that by watching this video, this very short video about an alternative to the dismissal process, that the dismissal process doesn't stay as your go-to solution for dealing with conflict, but maybe you were able to take a moment to think that mediation could possibly help in this situation. And a good mediator will be able to say whether that situation is appropriate for workplace mediation or not. And they will be honest about it, but you won't know if you don't ask. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learnt something new about mediation and about the dismissal process and the alternatives to going through the dismissal process. But if you want to know any more about mediation, about the process, about how a mediator does their job and how positive the outcomes can be from mediation, then please do get in contact. You can go to my website www.mosaicmediation.co.uk, where you'll find my blogs about different ways of communication and conflict styles that can and can't work. And also you can get in contact through the contact page. But thank you for watching and have a great day.